All right, good morning, everybody. We're just going to start by taking in some nice deep breaths. So we're just going to take a deep breath in, and then we're going to exhale. So just deep breath in, and then exhale. And the great thing about this is you can go at your own speed. So you might be a little bit more awake this morning. Maybe you've already, or whenever you're doing this, maybe you've already been out and about, done things today. Your goal might be to, slow down your breathing a little. Some of you might just be getting up. So you'll start a little bit slower and then go a little bit faster, not like breathing super fast, but just starting to get that body loosened up. Good. Let's bring the arms down. We're going to roll the shoulders up, back, and down into our back pocket. So think about opening at the shoulders. Thumbs are pointing forwards. And we're just going to do nice, good shoulder rolls. Good. Here's 2. And 1. Shoulders down and back in the back pocket. And we're just going to start ear to shoulder. Just a little bit side to side. So as we lift, or as we take one ear to our shoulder, we want to take our other ear and lift it up towards the ceiling. Feel that little stretch on the side of our neck. And here's 2. And 1, and bring it up. And we're going to pull the chin back just a little bit. We just want to make sure that we're not sticking our chin out. So we just pull it back just a little bit, and then we're going to look to one side and then look to the other. So again, your body stays nice and neutral. Your shoulders are down and back in your back pocket. And we're just going to look to one side and then look over to the other. And here's 2. And 1. Now we're going to make the letter L with our thumb and our index finger. Index finger goes at our chin. Our thumb is going to go at our sternum. And I'm just going to have you pull your chin straight back. And then we're going to let it go forwards. So straight back. And then let it go forwards. So I want you to pull. And imagine that your chin is on a line. And we're just going to pull it forward and back along that line. So we don't want to tuck when we pull back, and then we don't want to like lift our chin when we pull back. It's really just straight back and then forwards. Straight back and forwards. Good, couple more. There's 2 and 1, and bring it in. And we're just going to take our arms and we're going to sway across the body, add a little side tap. And 4, 3, 2. Now we're going to take the arm up and we're just going to reach it up towards the ceiling. And you can even just do kind of a little one. It's a little bit of a side bend in addition to stretching out underneath your arm. I sometimes like to think about this if I need to flag somebody down or I'm trying to wash the windows way at the very top. Good. And here's 2 and 1. Bring it into the center, feet hip width apart, toes pointing forwards. And we're just going to keep our legs pretty straight. We're going to do our hip circles. Good. Let's go the other direction. It's 2 and 1. Bring it in. Pivot from your hips down. Toes pointing out towards the corner, so duck foot. And it can be just a little duck foot. You don't have to take your feet super, super far out. We just want to open up those hips a little bit. And then change direction. Good. Bring it into the center. And now we're going to pivot from the hips down. Rotate the legs in like your knees are trying to talk to each other. And now we're going to do our hip circles again. Little internal rotation or pigeon-toed. And change direction. This one always feels so awkward for me. Good. Bring it into the center. Take the feet pointing forwards. Just do a little shake out. We're going to do our leg swings forward. Hold on to something if you need to. And we're just going to swing our legs front to back. If you want to hold on to something, you absolutely can. So swing front, swing back. At 4, 3, 2, and 1. And then we're going to switch sides. Same thing. You can turn around. I'm able to, I think, keep it here. We'll see how it goes. And we're just going to swing it front to back. Start small and then make it bigger as you are ready. 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in. We're going to do our side leg lift. My personal preference, hand on a wall, and I have my feet away from the wall, so I have plenty of room to swing my leg in front. We're going to lift and then cross. And you can just do little lifts. You can stop at the midline of your body. If you've had a recent hip replacement, they usually recommend stopping at the midline of your body without doing the big cross. Got to let those hips heal. 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in. We're going to switch it over to the other side. Same thing. Adjust as needed if you have to give yourself a little more space. But it's just lift and cross. So we want to try not to let our body lean. This is all just working the hip. And 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring it in. Come back into the center. Take our legs nice and wide. So kind of a pyramid position, and we're just going to do a little double side lunge, double side lunge. So start with a shallow side lunge. It's a little bit of a pulse. It's not a big jump or a big bounce. Just kind of a little itty bitty side lunge. And I'm definitely feeling this in my inner thigh today. So that's the nice thing too about all these warm-up exercises is it gives you a chance to see what part of your body might be a little stiff today, a little sore, and it just lets you know to be gentle to those areas of your body while we're doing our workout today. Last one. Good. Bring it in. Keep the legs nice and wide. We're going to keep a neutral spine. Hinge at the hips, and we're going to reach it forward, middle, and then reach behind you. So forward, middle, reach behind. So forward, middle, reach back. Forward, middle, and reach. And I really want you to think about hinging at your hips, stretching the hamstrings. We don't want to feel like we're dropping our forehead to the floor or dropping the top of our head to the floor or rounding our spine. Good. Couple more. Forward, middle, back. Last one. And we're going to carefully bring it back up to standing. Keep the legs nice and wide. Take your arms out to the side. Side lunge. And we're going to do a little torso rotation. Reach the arm down. And it's okay if your arm is just reaching towards your knee. Maybe you can take it down and reach it towards your calf. But I want you to try, this one's the hard part, is I want you to try not to like rotate your shoulder forwards as we do this one. I want you to try to open the back of the hand towards the ceiling. And you're trying to turn your body sideways. And for some of you, it might be a little easier to just bring it in and kind of drop your elbow. But we're trying to get a nice big open torso here. Good, 2 more. And then we're going to take it out into our plank position. Incline planks are great. Good, bring it in. I'm going to turn. We're going to walk it out to our plank. We're going to hold our plank for a moment. I'm going to keep my wide legs. So when I go to my plank, my shoulders are over my wrists. I'm going to lift up into a down dog and then come back to a plank. So down dog and then plank. Down dog and plank. Good, couple more. Down dog, plank. Last one. Good. Carefully bring your knees down to the ground. We're going to walk our hips to our heels. This is your opportunity to grab a quick drink of water if you need it. And then we are going to start on our backs on the floor, doing a little bit of stretching. So we're going to take it all the way down, and we're going to start with our legs straight. We're going to start with our legs straight. We're going to be kind of in Shavasana or corpse pose. So just take those legs out straight. And I want you to just notice what your body does, how your body feels. So I notice that like my legs really like to drift out to the side and my toes really, really open up. I'm going to try to pull them in a little bit. So again, rotating from my hips, getting my thighs, my knees, and my toes to point to the ceiling. And then I'm also noticing what's my back and my hips doing? So why do I feel like my low back is arched and my ribs are up, or am I able to kind of pull my ribs down to my back, tuck my tail just a little bit so that my tailbone is pointing towards my heels? I want you to just notice how you feel, how stiff your hips may be, and we're just going to pull the right knee into the chest. And I want you to keep your left leg as straight as you can. So just pull the right knee into the chest. You can grab in front of the knee. You can grab behind the thigh. That's okay too. And the goal is to keep the left leg as straight as you possibly can. Good. Now we're going to switch. So we're going to take it out. Now right leg is as straight as you can get it. Left leg, we're going to pull the knee into the chest. And we want to keep our hips neutral, our spine neutral. So sometimes we pull the knee into the chest and our leg lifts up and our pelvis tucks a lot in our low back rounds. I want you to keep it as straight as you can. Good. Now let's take our left foot flat on the floor. Our right leg, I want you to squeeze your quad, pull your toes up to the ceiling, and we're going to lift it straight up and then straight down. So I want you to, the challenge for this is there's a difference between just lifting and lowering your leg and then squeezing your quad and pulling your toes up. So you're going to feel that hamstring stretch a little bit faster. Good. Let's lift it up and hold for 3, 2, 1. Set it down, switching to the other side. So straight leg, squeeze the quad, pull the toes up to the ceiling, and we're going to lift and we're going to lower. Lift and lower. And it doesn't have to get perfectly straight. If your hamstrings are a little bit tighter, you might only get maybe halfway up or 3/4 of the way up. Good, here's 2. Let's take it up. Hold it here. Nice, good squeeze. 3, 2, 1. Set it down. Bring it in. Switching sides. We're going to squeeze the quad, pull the toes up, lift the leg up straight. Now we're going to hold it up at the top, and we're going to take the leg straight out to the side and then back up again. So straight out to the side and back up. Your opposite hip stays on the floor. The odds of your leg touching the ground are a lot slimmer here than when we were doing our straight up and down. Here's 2. Good. Take it out and hold it. 3, 2, 1. Bring it back up. Set it down. Switching sides. So squeeze the quad, pull the toes up, lift the legs straight up, and we're going to take it out and come back in. Now you may say, well, my leg can't go straight up. I'm too tight. That's okay. You're just going to have it at an angle, but you're still going to take it straight out to the side at the angle. We don't want to take it down and angle it down just so we can get our foot to touch the floor. I want you to find the angle that your hip is okay with, your hamstrings are okay with, and then just take it out and back in, out and in, but keep that quad squeezed. Let's take it out and hold it. 3, 2, 1. Bring it back up, set that foot down. Butterfly stretch. Pull the ribs under, tuck your tail, bottoms of the feet touching, and we're going to let those knees drift out to the side. So bottoms of the feet touching, knees are drifting out to the side. You're doing kind of like a little froggy stretch, but our pelvis is tucked under. If you want to deepen your stretch, you're going to squeeze your glutes. If you want to not deepen the stretch, you don't have to do the squeeze, but you want to keep the tuck. Keep that pelvis tucked under. Here's 2 and 1. Bring both legs up. Bottoms of the feet touching, or bottoms of the feet are on the floor. Right ankle is going to cross over the left knee. And I want you to use those hip muscles to open your knee out to the side. So I want you to imagine you want to look and see what's on the bottom of your foot. So we just open that knee out to the side, keep it open. Now we're going to bring that right leg across the body and see if we can get our right foot to go flat on the floor. So we're going to let the left side of the leg drop down. We're keeping that right knee open, right foot on the floor, and now our right arm is going to reach up at an angle. Back of the hand reaches towards the ceiling, or towards the ceiling. Back of the hand reaches towards the floor. Not the ceiling. I don't want you doing it to the ceiling. I want your back of your hand to your floor. Nice good chest stretch, little hip and thigh stretch. Here's 2 and 1. Bring it in. We're going to switch sides. So right foot flat on the floor, left ankle crosses across the right knee, just right thigh just above the knee. Left knee, we open it out to the side as much as we can. So we open up to that figure 4. Left foot is going to come across the body. Try to get that left foot to touch the floor. Trying to keep our left shoulder close to the floor. And now our left arm is going to reach it up, back of the hand towards the ceiling. So this is a little bit of mobility in addition to stretch. 3, 2, 1. Release it. Bring it back up into the center. We're going to keep the left leg up. Now we're going to cross our left thigh over our right thigh. So we actually cross our legs. You're going to use your left leg to pull your right leg across the body. And in this time, my knee does not touch the ground, but I'm using my left leg to pull my right knee over to the left side. And again, our right arm is going to reach it up. So we're getting a nice good stretch from our fingertips all the way down through our ribs to our hips and down to the top of our thighs. So we're just using that left leg to kind of help pull your right leg over. Good. Release, bring it into the center, switching sides, right leg, cross your legs at your thighs. Right leg pulls the left leg across the body, so you're pulling it towards the floor. It does not have to touch. Left arm is going to reach it up and back, back of the hand towards the ceiling. Good. 3, 2, 1. And we're going to bring it all the way back into the center, and we're going to go back to our Shavasana / corpse pose. And I just want you to notice how you feel. Hopefully you feel looser. Hopefully you feel that it's a little bit easier to keep your ribs and your hips tucked under and keep everything nice and straight. Good. Now we're going to bring both knees up, feet flat on the floor. We're going to roll ourselves to one side. And we're going to roll ourselves to our side. We're going to pull our knees up so that they're about in line with our belly button. And I want you to stack your knees and stack your hips. That's kind of the important thing. So stack the knees, stack the hips. Your bottom hand is going to grab that top thigh And your bottom hand is going to kind of help pull your knees down into the floor. Our top hand, the first one we're going to do is I want you to give yourself a hug and I want you to grab your ribs. We're going to take a nice deep breath in, and as we exhale, our hand is going to pull our knees into the floor, and then our hand is going to grab our ribs and open that shoulder back behind us. Good. Release. Top hand is now going to come lightly behind your ears on the top side. Inhale. Exhale. Open that shoulder, that top shoulder back behind you. Open book. But your knees are getting pulled into the ground and we're not letting our hips open. Good. Bring it back into the center. Take your top hand, reach the fingertips out straight. Big breath in, exhale, open that shoulder back behind you, and your knees are still pulling into the floor. Good. Bring that arm back in front. We're going to rest our head on the floor if you can. Fingertips are out. Pull the knees into the floor. We're going to draw a rainbow. So our fingertips touch the floor. Draw a rainbow up and overhead. And we're going to bring it all the way back around as far as you can. And then return to the front. We're going to do a couple more. So our goal here is to try to keep our fingers touching the ground as we draw that rainbow. And I know it's probably kind of hard to see, but I always talk about thumb up, pinky down. I'm doing thumb up, and then when I get to the top, kind of over my head, I rotate. So now the back of my hand is facing the floor. And then I bring it all the way back around. Good. Now we're going to roll over onto our tummies. So just a quick one here. So roll over onto your tummy, squeeze your glutes. I want you to think about pulling your shoulders down and back into your back pocket. And I want you to try to lift with your mid back. Squeeze the shoulders down and back. So try to feel this in your mid back. We're going to feel this a little bit in our low back, but really feel this in our mid back. Squeeze the glutes, protect that low back. 3, 2, 1. Bring it down, and we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So you can just roll over. I am actually going to turn and go all the way onto the other side. We'll see how this goes with my tree kind of being in the way, but we're going to bring it all the way to our side. Bend your knees. Pull the knees up so they're about in line with your belly button. Bottom hand is going to grab those knees. Top hand, we're going to do our open book. So top hand, we start with our ribs. So take a nice deep breath in, hands on the ribs, exhale, pull the knees into the floor, and then kind of use your hands to try to pull your ribs up and over, open that shoulder back behind you. Bring it back into the center, top hand lightly behind the ears. Deep breath in, exhale, open that shoulder back behind you. But again, we're pulling the knees into the floor so we don't let the knees separate and we don't let the hip open. So we're trying to get torso mobility. Good. Come back into the center. Top hand, fingertip reaches out. Take a deep breath in. Exhale. We're going to open that shoulder back behind us. Again, trying to pull the knees into the floor and open the shoulder. Good. Bring it back into the center. Fingertip touching the floor. Head can rest on the floor if you're able to. Let's draw our rainbow. So we're going to bring it up. And when we get to the top, we do that little bit of rotation with our shoulder and our hand. And we're going to bring it all the way back around. Biggest rainbow that you can. And again, we're trying really hard to keep the fingertips touching the floor the entire time, which if you're really tight in the shoulder and the chest, you might struggle with that a little bit. So just nice, good open, and then back around in a little close. And now we're going to go back onto our tummy. Same exercise that we just did. So we're going to take it down, squeeze the glutes, pull the shoulders down and back into your back pocket, and then we're going to lift. And again, I want you to think about shoulder blades. Squeeze up, pull down, nice good lift. Here's 3, 2, 1. We're going to take it all the way down. We're going to rest our chin on our hands to start. We're going to bend our right knee. And what I want you to think about first is squeezing your right glute and trying to push your hip into the floor. So even without grabbing your foot, I want you to squeeze your right glute and I want you to think about pushing your hip into the floor. And then you have the option of taking your right hand and reaching back and trying to grab your right ankle and add in a little bit more of a pull in and a stretch. But your biggest goal is to squeeze the glute and try to push the hip down and into the floor. Open the hip, open the thigh. It's okay if your heel does not touch your butt. Mine doesn't either. I'm focusing on a nice good squeeze. And release. We're going to switch, same thing on the other side. So we're going to start just by bending our left knee. And again, I want you to squeeze that left glute because I want you to push your left hip into the floor. And then if you would like, your left hand is going to reach back, grab that left ankle. And again, the most important thing is to squeeze that glute, push the hip into the floor. Then you can start to add a little bit of a pull back. And it's a little bit more of a lift, like a thigh lift, than getting your heel to your backside. Good. In 3, 2, 1. And we're going to release. Let's take the hands by the chest, take a nice deep breath in. We're going to push ourselves up and back and sit it back into a child's pose. And we're going to just reach those arms out. So hips to heels. This nice good child's pose, reaching the hands as far forward as you can, dropping your ears between your elbows and trying to open up that space underneath your shoulders. And 3, 2, 1. We're going to take our right hand, thread the needle. So reach the right hand underneath the left. And we're going to rotate the ear and the shoulder down towards the floor. Palm is facing up. Just a little bit of a back of the arm stretch. There's 2 and 1. Bring it up, switching to the other side. Left hand threads the needle underneath the right arm. Again, rotate the shoulder and the head and the torso down towards the floor. Let's bring it back into the center. We're going to take our right hand into the small of our back. Left hand is still out. And now we're going to try to open that right shoulder back behind us. So it's not going to be a very big movement, but left arm reaches out, right hand into the small of the back. Open that shoulder back behind you. Good. And switch. Right hand out, left hand into the small of the back. And we're going to open the shoulder back behind us. And 3, 2, 1. Bring it back into the center. We're going to pull ourselves up into a hands and knees position. We're just going to pull our shoulders down and back into our back pocket, and we're just going to do our shoulder rolls. So we want to brace our core, and we just want to roll the shoulders up, back, and down into our back pocket. Elbows are straight, pushing the floor away. Belly button is pulled in, so we're kind of tightening up the tummy. Good, and let's go the other direction. So just nice, good circles. And we've got about 3, 2, and 1. Let's go ahead and bring it back onto our tummies. We're going to go for our scorpions. If you need to come to standing to do these instead, that's perfectly all right. We're going to take our right arm out into 90-90. The left hand is going to be right by our chest. Our left foot is going to bend, And keeping the right shoulder and side of the body close to the ground, we're just going to roll into the right side. Still feeling a nice good stretch in the chest. Good in 3, 2, 1. And we're going to bring it in. We're going to switch it to the other side. So right hand by the chest, left arm out 90-90. The right leg is going to bend. And again, we're going to roll into that left side. And we're going to keep the shoulder and the head and the side of the body on the floor. So we don't want to push ourselves up. You should feel like you're just rolling to your side, but your arm is extended back behind you. There's 2, 1. Bring it back into the center. We're going to switch. Take the right arm straight out to the side. Left knee bends, left hand by the chest, and we're going to roll into it. And return to the center, and we're going to switch sides. Right hand by the chest, left arm straight out to the side, palm facing down. Right knee lifts, right knee bends, and then again, we're just going to roll it right onto our side, feeling a nice good stretch in the chest and the bicep. And you might not get that top leg back behind you. That's okay. As long as you're feeling a stretch, you're good. Good. Release. Come back into the center. Hands by the chest. We're going to push ourselves up and back into a hands and knees position. A nice, good hands and knees position. Brace your core. We're going to do a little bit of hip cars. So we're going to take our right leg and we're going to lift it out to the side. We're going to rotate so the thigh points towards the floor. Circle it around and then bring it down. And then we're going to go the other direction. So I like to think donkey kick, circle around, and back down. So fire hydrant to a donkey kick and in. So we want to try to get 5. So 1 going one way and then coming back counts as 1. So we want to get 5 going each direction. Good. I've got one more here. And now we're going to come all the way onto our hands and knees, and the leg that was just doing the circle, we're going to pivot on the knee, tap the toe out to the side, and then return to the center. So a little internal rotation. Imagine you've got a band around your ankles, and you're trying to stretch that band and then come back. Stretch the band and then come back. Good. Couple more. Out and in, out and in. Good. You can sit it back, reach the arms out, give yourself a little bit of a stretch. Give the wrists and the knees a little bit of a break. Come back up. We're going to do the same thing on the other side. So we're going to take that knee, we're going to lift it out to a fire hydrant, rotate, donkey kick, and then donkey kick into fire hydrant. So again, your goal is about 5. This is my last one. Good. And then bring it in. Good hands and knees position. Brace the core and the leg that was just lifting. We're now going to do the same thing where we're just going to pivot on the knee, tap the toe out to the side, and then bring it back in. So we're focusing on getting your thigh to rotate in, kind of towards the inner thigh on the other leg. I'm going to do about 4 more. This is the side I need to do a few more reps on. 2 and 1. Good. Bring it in. We're going to flip it over onto our buns. Give yourself a little bit of a break. Just find a comfortable position to sit in. And we're just going to take some good shoulder rolls. Good. Shoulders down and back. And again, ear to shoulder, just a little side to side. Bring the head up. Look to one side, look to the other. Bring it in the center. We're going to turn and look to the right. We're going to tuck our chin and we're going to draw a smiley face all the way over to the left side, looking to the left and then back in the center. Look left, tuck your chin, trace your collarbone all the way over and then back into the center. One more time each side. So we're going to turn, tuck, trace, and return to the center, and then turn, tuck, trace, and back in the middle. And we're just going to do thumb to index, middle, ring, and pinky. Good. 2 more. All right. Take a nice deep breath in. Spread the fingers. You can spread the toes and down. And one more time. And you are all done.